Hello and welcome to Team Fortress TV with Admirable, kaidus and Sim. We're here for the ETF2L Season 19 powered by TT Esports Premiership Week 6 fixture between Eshock, ESPORTs and Übersexuals. I hope I just scared the shit out of everyone on Twitch. It's going to be Granary, it's going to be Pro Viaduct. kaidus, give me some gossip on this fixture.
The gossip on this fixture is that it holds pretty large implications for a team not even playing, being BK, who are praying that Eshock don't take 2 or 3 points from this match, otherwise it means they're out of playoffs. And there have been whispers that there's going to be some shenanigans, but we're just going to skip on by that, I hope, and just hope it's going to be a clean game.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether to keep going with this Ross Kemp on gangs gag or maybe Übersexuals, but every time I see that or I say it, I think, Dunk probably dies a little bit, or he just feels a stabbing pain in his heart somewhere in Newcastle.
Makes me feel sick to my stomach, to be honest. I remember one of the first games I ever watched of TF2 was an Übersexuals grand final, and I won't let it go. I won't let it slide. That'll be my memory of Übersexuals forever.
It was a long time ago. It was like Season 2 champions. But many years have passed since then, and they are back in namesake, at least. I do see Sideshow here playing for the Übersexuals, aka Main Call, aka whatever name they had in between times there as well. That was also terrible. I'll do a little roster rundown whilst we're waiting for the teams to ready up. We were delayed slightly, but they were very punctual with the server and everything this time. I was so impressed by these Premiership teams. We got Warrior on demo, Merlin on medic, Ips playing Pocket Rising on rover, and it's going to be Kyler for Fun on scout, partnered by Sideshow, that world-renowned scout. And on the French side for Eshock Esports, you're going to have Izzy playing medic, pocketed by Bod, Dan on Demo Man, D-Gun on Roamer, and then you got Nico God's Hand playing Scout alongside Deroso. They might be able to contain Sideshow, but only time will tell. Maybe this Granary map won't play up to Sideshow's strengths on Scout, kaidus?
Whatever Sideshow's strengths are on Scout, I definitely don't think Granary is the map where they're going to shine. I mean, the best you can hope for is a couple of, random instances where you just catch people off guard, but a Scout on this map, it's not really something you expect to see a whole lot. Scouts don't tend to thrive unless they're playing either very intelligently or very disciplined, and neither are really adjectives you'd use to describe Sideshow.
Yeah, I mean, this is curious because Samsy played for them in their warm-ups, and yet they've been joking, or we hope they were joking that they're going to use Sideshow, but here he is, he's going to play, and he's definitely not the worst scout, he's just not a scout, period. Like, he doesn't have the experience that, say, Sam or any scout in the Premiership has, but he can definitely point on things and click. It's hard to judge him by his, I don't know, even his double mix scouting antics, because he's just a clown on there. He never plays seriously. Maybe he's got a secret A game that he's going to whip out today, kaidus. I don't know.
I wouldn't count on it, but I mean, Viaduct's coming up, so maybe he can, I don't know, crack out his famous sniping engineer skills on Viaduct. But no, as far as Granary goes, my hopes are reasonably well reserved.
Well, clearly, Eshock didn't seem as too much of a threat as they allowed him as Merc here. Rosters have been locked, I think, for the last week or so. Oh, I've got that awesome bug where I can hear an engineer. That's Sideshow. No, we've got Sideshow's soundscape. That's that horrible bug. Hopefully everybody in STV has it too. Fuck you guys. And I do see Sam joining the server, kaidus. Oh, is it just, has it been a troll all along?
It was all a big ruse. How surprising.
Are they going to bring Sam onto the server and then let Sideshow play anyway?
Maybe they're just playing 7v6. Who knows? Maybe they're giving Sideshow to Eshock. Couldn't be sure at this point.
I'm looking at Twitch chat right now. We got the Kappa face coming out from Sideshow. I think the wool has been pulled over our eyes. How did we fall for that one, Jason? I don't know.
You said it and I went with it. I figured you had some inside info that I did not. Aren't we the fools?
Alright then, let's get down to business. Give me a straight up prediction for how you think this map is going to go, and maybe the fixture overall. Is it going to be one-sided, or do we have a game in our hands?
If we're going to see a clean-cut game where everyone's trying their best, I think it's going to be a relatively assured victory for Main Call. I would go for a conservative 7-2, 3-1 maybe, something like that.
How much
But
of
if
Eshock have you seen this season?
Eshock are a team that I actually haven't seen a whole lot of this season. I mean, I saw them in the pre-playoffs where they lost in the end. I don't think I've ever been as impressed by them as I was when T-Mac was murking for them in the fixture in the pre-playoffs that they won. Like, I don't think they've actually hit those heights again since I've witnessed that. But I haven't seen a whole lot of them. They're probably like the team that I would know the least about. I mean, Nico's been impressive. Trosso's kind of been steady. He gives you what you expect. Like, he hits things without really offering a whole lot more. But I don't know. The soldiers are the main mystery for me. Dagon, when I've seen him, he's been surprisingly playing surprisingly well. I watched one of their matches the other day, and he was. I don't know. I've always had him down as this soldier guy that kind of hung around Div 1 and was solid, but not special. But I don't know. I think he's been proving people wrong. Or proving me wrong.
Been a sort of story of their season. I say we have gone live here, but I'll continue anyway. Where Bod was playing roamer at the start, and then he switched up to pocket, and it's been a big change in their fortunes since then. They've taken points from all comers, and they find themselves in contention here. It's going to be a restart round, though. I knew it couldn't be the real deal, but a lot of the time, the way I see their plays breaking down is that Izzy and Bod are going to try and play not exactly passive, but they always know when to get out, and Izzy survives a lot, and that's a big strength to their game. Even if their engagements go badly, you're going to see Izzy not really committing to a lot of things, and it's usually like Izzy and Nico or Izzy and Bod staying alive at the end of the cleanup. But I don't know if Übersexuals are going to fall for those sort of shenanigans. But if you just joined us here, this is our coverage of ETF2L Season 19, powered by TT Esports Premiership Week 6 fixture. Eshock fighting for their right to get into the playoffs here against Übersexuals. It's first mid of Granary. Kaidus, take it away.
I see War arriving quite a lot earlier than here and putting out a lot of damage on the top balcony area. Eshock to go top, keeping their combo quite far back, but already you see Nico go down, quite a key player for Eshock, so that's going to hurt them. We have Rising coming from behind, but he's been caught out, he's not going to achieve anything. Drossel with the frag, and this thing's kind of stabilizing here. It's kind of messy for Eshock, a bit scattered, but main call all seems to be pretty tight. The scouts are on the point, 2v1ing a scout at the moment. With all of Eshock, they look like they want to leave, they're just kind of staying back. That frag has determined it for them. I think they're going to definitely fall out now. And it's not a, wouldn't say a comfortable win for main call, but I think convincing.
Yeah, a little bit of the Planet Express strategy going up there. Get everybody up top on the crate and just wait and see what they do. And you just saw the sort of Übersexuals outstaring those Frenchies there as they realised they were a man down. They just decided to back out. And now it's going to be Uber versus Uber here. Warrior is getting forward, putting out damage, but Ejans finds Samsey, then balled it onto War. Gets dropped by Merlin there, who has now popped off. They're going to push forward a little bit, but they know they can't commit to this with two men down here, Gaddis.
Yeah, I think maybe Eshock they might be missing a trick here because they've backed up quite a lot, but War's going to probably be in the fight by the time they push mid, and this could be a bad decision if they opt to go here. I mean, they kind of need something on entry. They have the demo picks, there's no spam going in, but once they get in, War's arriving now, so this could go bad unless Board can make something happen in this corner as he jumps the combo. It goes down instantly though, so I think we're going to see a fail push from Eshock. There's 2 down, 3 down. Yeah, my prediction's coming correct.
Might just have been the reverse pick there. Did War go in and suicide intentionally? Are we giving them too much credit here? Is he going to be the last man alive for Eshock? He's going to be able to make it all the way into 2 years. Probably going to make it to last. I'm going to jinx him. Curse of the caster. No, he will survive. He's going to be met by Degon, Bod and Hedan on the respawn. The scouts are coming up now as well, so they will have 6 to defend, but that Uber charge is already up for Übersexuals. Merlin poised to go with War. He knows there's stickies on the other side of that roller door. I think he's trying to clear them away. He's got Sam with them as well. I think they're just going to perhaps pop in here. No, they have used Ice Days to come in the corner, maybe fear of the sniper, but there is none. Everybody from Eshock is trying to move to the right, but Izzy's totally exposed. Nico's gone down as well, and off that Uber charge they find 2 for Ice to be able to move forward here, and they're just going to focus down everybody before they even make any step onto that point. Hedan just goes down there, and a well-executed push from Übersexuals.
Yeah, I thought they might have left it too late. I mean, they started with a 40-50% advantage, but it was 20-15 by the time they got in. But I didn't see how Izzy went down, but that was kind of vital, because he must have been on 90, something like this, which could have turned the tide. But yeah, pretty convincing from Minkle so far.
2015, what was that? Fucking 2-month push? Oh my god. Edan's gonna roll out bottom left. I made a meal of that one, but he has just come in slightly late, picks up the kit and eats the sticky. He's going to take another one down as though it's 40 here. He's going to be called weak, but no one's moving forward. Pressure and great positional play here from Übersexuals. Kyler goes down now to D-Gun, but he will... Okay, he actually survives as well. So here Übersexuals are sitting with a one-man disadvantage. They're going to control that high ground though. War's getting pressured by Degon. He misses the Ipsy's going to be the sheriff there, shuts him down. But they're just trying to come in through this choke point. They have Sam in the room there trying to make a little bit of a distraction. He's got Bod's attention. At least Bod is pretty weak there now, getting heals as well. In comes the Uber charge. But they haven't actually seem to be just slightly caught off guard there. They didn't get the momentum straight off the Uber charge to cover the distance, and that allowed Izzy to get his up as well. Now it's turning into a little bit of a hectic situation. War will make out alive. Neither did Maryland. Actually, Ips went down as well. The entire combo of Übersexuals there seemed to be on different pages, kaidus. They weren't all ready to go when Maryland popped.
Yeah, I had a weird perspective on this mid. I was watching Hidan, who opted for the hide behind the crates for the majority of mid play. Like, they got 2 frags really early. I expected them to be quite comfortable, but I think Hidan was rocked by how much damage he took. He never really got a grip on the middle, but the rest of his team seems to put it together for him. They are going to take 2 for free here. It looks like Ball is quite comfortable on CP2. The spam coming from right side from main core. Degon goes down. I'm not sure what that was. It was random spam or something like that, but they will cap it out with a 40% advantage.
Yeah, right now 1-0 to Übersexuals, but they're sitting here in a tough situation. They only have 50% charge. Izzy has 2 players down in his team, but he's about to get the Uber, and he and Bod are looking to push here. Übersexuals with the raid, they've backed out already, and Izzy will hold on. They move in, first rocket directly onto War. Bod's going to go forward here. Actually, Nico gets launched forward. They're trying to focus down War Hurrier. They're trying to pump out that damage, but Maryland is keeping him alive now. He's running around. There's a little bit of a back cap attempt going in here by Ips. Maryland's just ran around to his death as the combo turned around. Nico got the credit for that frag, but it's really crazy here. Ips was behind as well. He's been cleaned up, and now Eshock can just move forward here and using the superior heals sort of destroy everyone fairly easily in it. Yeah, that was very confusing. Ips trying to make the big play there. Maryland just getting caught out trying to go and help Ips, but it didn't work for them. At Übersexuals are going to hand around back to Eshock there, kaidus.
Yeah, I think we're seeing from Eshock a little bit of nerves. Maybe this game means a lot to them. This game means practically nothing to main call, but for Eshock this is everything. This is their playoff dreams that are here. So I think we're just kind of seeing some, hesitation in their play, some messy coordination. There's War coming in from top again, a lot faster than Hidan. Don't even see Hidan yet. I think he's opting for a ramp room rollout to try and avoid all of this. He's coming onto the point there from bottom left. The combo chilling out on the right side. Main call both opting to stay quite far back, but Hidan goes down. Rising trade to him, but I don't know, I don't know what's going on. It's looking like a main call mid. The soldier comes in, I don't know who that is. It's Dagon, he's behind, but he's not going to achieve anything. He's going down. It's going to be a full wipe for Eshock. Both teams opted to start off quite passively, and then suddenly everything just went wrong for Eshock, and despite supposedly knowing what I'm talking about, I have no idea what happened.
There was great focus fire. Once Kylo got that kill onto Hidan, Bod tried to win, but 4 guys shot him, he was down instantly. But whenever Degon finally jumped up at the end, he had the chance to salvage that mid for his team and kill Maryland, but instead of going for the medic frag, he was right in front of him too. He tried to hit Sam because he hit him with 1 rocket, but Maryland was just healing him, and the damage wasn't enough there. But maybe he felt that was the only frag he could get. But it's tough shooting rockets at Maryland, that's all I'm going to say. But right now, it's full Uber advantage here for the Übersexuals. There are a lot of stickies on the other side of that door. They got Uber early here. They're coming in with Ips and Warher, yeah, flying through there. They see that heavy D-gun. He's going to get focused down instantly. Bod is also very weak now, having been caught out on that pipe. He's going to go down as well, but it's turned into a 4-on-4 here as Ips rising. Sam going down. There's very few players left alive, but none of them are able to make it on the point in time to block, and Übersexuals is going to make it 2-1 here. 22 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. kaidus, who's going to take this next mid fight?
Well, the mid so far, I think more convinced by main call than Eshock. Eshock won that one mid by just staying back, but main call looked like they were playing a little more passive on the last mid. I think they might be figuring them out quite early on in this game. So we see demos arriving on mid very shortly. War again from top, Hidan from top. Both roughly similar time, but the scout's taking damage from Hidan. Hidan getting a bit better off on this mid than we've seen so far. The whole combo from main call coming top, and both teams all opting to come from the top. But there's already a soldier behind on Maryland. Maryland goes down to Dagon. A nice play from Dagon. And that should hopefully seal it out for Eshock if they can just stay tight now.
Yeah, this is the situation where Nico usually thrives, gets a lot of those cleanup frags. He's going to eliminate Samsey there. Now he's going to try and take out War, but Izzy survives, just jukes into the room there, then comes back out to heal Nico. They're going to be able to cap out there. And another successful middle here from Eshock. Maryland just back on the field, so massive advantage here. 85% there for Izzy. They're already moving forward. They should be able to cap TP4 without any contest from Übersexuals, and I just want to see what their defensive setup going to be here. Sam on the scope, can he hit?
Can he indeed? We saw Droso sniping on the last push, and I think he should have switched off a lot earlier, because it was actually quite a close one in the end, but I think Sam will just go for the one shot and then change off most likely. The heavy now coming out as well. I'll tell you who it was, but their tags are too long, so we do wait now. The push is going to come in from lower right. No, it's not. They're turning around and they're waiting. The pick of Dagon is to stall things out, but they are coming in now from lower right. The early pop, they know about the sniper. They're jumping. They're ignoring the sniper. The sniper's going to change, and they're focusing the heavy down now. Merlin somehow made his way onto the top pipe, just doing his thing. But this should look like an Eshock push. The damage is going all their favour. The frags are now coming in. It's going to be a comfortable push for them in the end. So yeah, it was just clinical. There was not really a whole lot to say there. Just came in, focused the targets. Merlin did a nice little serve, but it was not enough in the end.
Yeah, it seems like Eshock are really prepared for this fixture. They have come here with some focus. I guess we'll have to check out the D-Gun perspective to see what exactly it is he's going to do in the middle. He managed to get that early pick onto Merlin last time that he had that huge Uber advantage, and right now I'm watching him move towards Rump Room. It's going to be a bit of a stacked play here on the right hand side from the Eshock soldiers. Odds up top, but D-Gun's just going to hop up quite defensively there. Pops Ibsy off the crate, then jukes back, but everybody is playing it a little cagely here on both sides. Jeroso's actually very weak here, so is Nico. Both scouts super weak, go down together there at the same time. Rocket from Ibs catches both of them in that choke point, and it looks like Eshock going to capitulate, but there's a player behind. Oh, the combo's getting harassed right now by Kyler. He's going to get the force onto Izzy. Merlin's gone down there, so it was a free Uber. I actually missed that one.
Sam's hiding on the medpack. He's going to go for the medic. He's going to get him. Easy frag for Sam. He waited so long for the medkit, and it finally spawned just at the right time as the medic came around the corner, so he could take the pack, get the frag, and run on his merry way. Now chasing the soldier down. Going to trade with Dagon, but Board is coming in. This should still be an Eshock mid, but there's a cap time on it from Inkle, so I don't know how this is going to play out now. Like, Merlin's back up. They can get there in time, I think. I don't think this is going to be clear cut.
Yeah, they have that healing advantage, or that their medic will be there before Izzy arrives, so they probably should contest this. Ips is going in up top, popping off a few rockets. He seems unsure there, but if they had the raid, like, the medic isn't there, if they're paying attention to the scoreboard. Kyler has gone down to Hedan Stickies there on the Rump Room, and wow, Übersexuals are just going to back out here. They're going to play the low risk game. Droso and Nico are already in the yard here. Like, these are two frags that Übersexuals could easily have taken there, but they just seem to be a little bit unsure of themselves right now. I'm not convinced by their body language. This doesn't look like ETF2L champions to me. Missed opportunities twice here.
Yeah, I think they got a little lucky with War's spawn wave. He died at roughly the same time as the rest of them, but he got a much delayed spawn wave. I think if they'd had him, they'd be more confident to kind of spam, and, you know, if you have a heal advantage, a demo is a crucial class to have, because you can obviously spam long range, like make your damage for entry and then go in, but they didn't have this, so all they had was a soldier spam. They are trying to go in now though, they have a big Uber advantage, but Dagon, I think they spotted Dagon, he was hiding on the lamp, but no, they don't spot him, but he's going to go down anyway because of random pipes. But no, he lives, takes the kit. But they're wasting so much time. They could have been in. It's like 80% for Izzy now. This could be horrible. Kyler goes down early. This is a disaster before it's even begun, if I'm going to be honest. Like, they're in, but Izzy's on 90. Like, there's no way they can take this without an Uber trade now.
Kyler dies to the exact same sticky trap having a respawn. Oh, D-Gun's going to go and get the force. Gets launched skyward, plucked out of the air by Sam's scattergun. Now comes the Uber here from Izzy and Bot. D-Gun, or Hedan's going to chase here. He's getting pressure a little bit, gets a vital flash there as Ipsy tries to step in. Thought the Uber was over, but no, Ips has gone down here. Both soldiers down. Hedan jumps forward, catches Sam from above. Just got carpet bombed there. And this is sort of desperate play here. I think Übersexuals are actually quite surprised by how things are unfolding. They keep losing players in different engagements, and that means they're going to have this really long spawn time before they have 6 up. And it just means that as long as Eshock blob up and play together, they can move forward, and they've taken 2 points with relative ease there.
Yep, they are coming up on the off class, so Droso are going to be snipers. So we could be seeing a stalemate here as both Ubers are even, but Droso instantly loses the sniper duel to Kyler, so I think we're going to see it stalemate out for a moment. Mainco pressuring from top, they look like they want to go, but this is surprising based on how they're currently playing. Hidan goes down, so that's kind of nice, but Ibs gets dropped on entry, I think, to a sticky trap, or no, not a sticky trap, to Nico. But Uber's popped for both teams. They're trading on the point. It's slightly in favour of Übersexuals. They have a nice position, but it's all about if they can turn frags after this Uber phase, because there is spawns coming in. Hidan's back up, so there's going to be spam on that point. I think they ideally need a frag to make this, to really pull this off, but Eshock seem a bit content. No, the Eshock are re-pushing. It's proving me wrong, but nice pipe for War takes down Nico, and this is going to go to main call just about.
Dan's coming in from garage. He's been spamming the point, but they did cap it. Now he's trying to pressure out. War switches up. The pipe launcher takes him down. He was just standing in the corner praying for Maryland there. Please, please save me. But even Maryland couldn't save him that time. And it's just Ips and Maryland here. It's his wise to play the choke point here. He needs to buy vital seconds for his team to respawn. 5 seconds.
I think they're foolish to push it. I don't agree with this push whatsoever. The spawns are coming in and they're going to much favour Übersexuals for this fight. I think they're much better off just waiting for 6. As they do seem to be doing that now.
Bot is up in 1 second, but right now Ips is bullying his way into the point. He's going to find that frag onto Droso. Izzy's sitting outside the right on the defensive perspective, and they're going to move in here and come and they trade Ubers on the point. They found a frag as well. He then onto Samsey. Gets Maryland as well as they try and back up here. He flashed too many people. That Uber did not last long at all. And even on top of that, there's a little back cap action going on. So there we have it. Eshock making it 3-2 here. Incredible.
It is really strangely tentative from Übersexuals. I mean, this game shouldn't really mean a whole lot to them, but there's so much like hesitation in their play. I mean, they took the ground on 2, but then they stacked the point. Like they knew that both teams had Uber, and they stacked the point and allowed Eshock just to walk in, spam the point, and get damage on, 3 or 4 targets. Someone gets dropped, the Uber has to be flashed. The health's red. So I don't know really what's going on for them, but we are in the middle now. War playing from the bottom, spamming up top to the crates where the Eshock combo seem to be coming from on a regular basis. Whole team on top, War have a lot of space to spam. This could be quite lethal for them if they don't put pressure on him. He hits a pipe that hits 2 or 3 people, and I think the damage is just going all the way of main court at the moment. Really, there's no pressure on the demo for Übersexuals. War is just free to do anything he wants on his mids at the moment, and if you let War do that, he's just going to spam you down and hit those pipes. And that's pretty much the story of that middle. Just really no aggression coming up from Eshock.
Oh, they're going to get forced here as well. Maryland has not even got his charge yet. Jeroso's trying to get deep. Has him down as low as 20 there, but can't land the fatal shot. Maryland will live to tell that tale. Izzy's backing out there. Managed to survive, but did pop off that shard, so that may have signed their death warrant there. In comes Übersexuals from the left-hand side. They're just going to bring everybody in. Kyler's playing slightly on the right there, but Uber gets popped off. They're already well in here. They covered a lot of territory. They're looking for frags. Deegan somehow managed to surf up onto the pipe, but he still has 300, 200 on that heavy weapons guy. He could potentially clean up here. He does go down now. It's all on Droso and Bod. Maryland, last man alive. He's on the point. 1 Uber saw, but can't kill either of those players. And that heavy managing to surf onto the pipe, I think that ate up too much of the Übersexuals ammo there.
Yeah, he took a lot of damage as well. I mean, he took focus at the start, but then he managed to live, and then he got healed up a little bit, and then managed to live just long enough to allow the rest of his team to get the frags they needed. Uber's pretty much even sniper up for, I'm going to take a guess at Sam, can't see. One of the scouts for Übersexuals has the sniper rifle in his hands, and as does Droso.
It's Sam, yeah.
Droso getting outmatched by Kyler, but we'll see how Sam does against him, as we're probably going to stalemate out here, but Eshock actually with a quite substantial build advantage. They've picked up a 20 advantage, but I don't think they're going to do anything with it. Just content to slow it down with the 1 round advantage.
Droso taking the aggressive angle here on the left. He's looking for the shot into the garage, but Ips sees the door open but didn't realise that D-Gun was there and cover.
That's really unlucky for Ips. He got both Droso and his cover D-Gun down to 30 HP and Droso down to 13, so 1 rocket slightly better placed and it would have been 2 frags for Ips.
Close but no cigar. He will respawn in plenty of time though, and he's decided to go spy here. So this could be very interesting, but right now it's Eshock here making the play into CP2 here. They popped off and there's players behind. Kyler's going straight onto the point here. He's got the 1v1 against Nico. Deegan jumps back to try and kill Kyler, but somehow the rocket doesn't connect on the point there and Kyler lives. But now it's man advantage here for Übersexuals here, moving forward slowly but surely. They're playing all around their medic here. Good heals, but War is going to go down there. Nico kills Maryland, then Kyler as well. 3 frags there in quick succession from the French maestro. D-Gun's backing onto the point here. Ips' decision to go spy hasn't paid any dividends. And now it's just Sam here, War on the respawn. Bod's trying to play the point there. He's got 112. We've got a little pause going on. So,
I thought we were just seeing a game of chicken for a moment from the sniper and soldier. I thought they both just froze to try and balls each other out, but it's actually a pause.
Hopefully it is a pause and not like STV dead or something. We will get to see this moment. Keep the camera on Sam. Can he connect? Right now he's looking at a pillar. I don't think that shot's going to do any damage.
I was really surprised at how well that push was going for Übersexuals, considering the whole thing happened 5v6. I mean, about halfway through, Ips kind of realised that the spy was the wrong class and just whacked out whatever pistol it is that he's using for the spy. sprayed about 30 shots across the map. I don't really know how much he hit. I don't think it was a whole lot because all of Eshock's health were red at the time. And I think if any shots were connected, it would have meant frags. But yeah, kind of a blunder from Ips. I mean, I'm not sure. I was watching Ips come up on Spy for some reason. I don't know really who instigated that fight. It looked like, was it a push from...
It was a push from
Eshock,
Eshock
right?
pushed.
But the back half from Kyler kind of messed everything up. So like it was a really crucial back half from Kyler because that fight was not looking too great for Übersexuals. But the way they had to all track back, like it allowed them almost to win the fight 5v6, but just not quite in the end. Thanks to a huge play from Nico that I missed because I was watching Ip spam Spy Pistol across the map.
You can understand, like, it was only 5 versus 6 there when Ips died, so he was making the assumption that Eshock wouldn't push on just that one-man advantage, and he could have plenty of time to go spy and go in and make the play,
Yeah.
but they were very smart to make that calculated risk. Even though Kyler did manage to get behind and draw them back, it was it worked out well for them up until this point, that it's Sam with the potential here to kill Bod and then leave Izzy all alone as the respawning war is coming in. The cap still could go in their favor. I'm going to retry to the server just because I'm slightly paranoid that it's not an actual pause. We'll see.
I've done the same, and I probably shouldn't have because now we're not going to have a clue what's going on.
Oh yeah, we're going to both be locked out of the game here. I was able to reconnect, which is a positive, but... Winters is asking in Twitch chat, is this the Ips tactical pause? It could be, you know, if you think this is 90 seconds delayed, maybe they lost a round here, they're 2 down, and Ips is like, oh, my mouse disconnected, we need a pause. Or some bullshit like that, because we don't actually have timeouts in TF2.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough to do that. Like, my opinion has always been there should be the option. We've seen how half times come into play in ECAs. We are on pause, I think. I'm back on the server. Sam got the frag on Izzy? What?
Oh, he turned around and body shot the medic. Great awareness there. Izzy was standing trying to arrow him, so that was the smart play, obviously not killing off Bod but to kill Izzy. Nico's gonna come in though and equalizes that medic differential, quickly killing off Merlin, and Übersexuals just managed to rush the point at the same time, and that's gonna make it 3-3. Crisis averted, no pause, and the game is still in full flow here, kaidus.
Yep, I'm gonna take it to another middle. Warhair opting to go. Looks like bottom left from Warhair. He's been getting really the better of Hidan on these mids. Last mid, he was just completely dominating, so I think Eshock are gonna have to look to shut him down in some manner because it was just too much last mid. Hidan focusing his spam onto War, but it's not having so much effect. The scout rushes War early. He doesn't get the frag, but he pushes him back, and that's really what they needed. Like they really need him back in the corner. And now the spam coming in. Hidan with 2 frags going off of generic grenade spam. Übersexuals won't be happy about that, but it's looking like a convincing mid. Izzy does go down to Rising, but they should take the mid. They need to get capped on one of those. Merlin's down 80%, and if he gets this up, they're going to have the option to repush. They are pressuring the ramp room, but a lot of spam. This is a nice play from Eshock. They've shut them out, and they're just going to buy enough time to get the cap. The soldier launches in from Digan. I'm not going to have a chance. Gets air shot, like kind of superfluous air shot there. I think he was going down regardless.
Kyler gonna die to another Hidan sticky trap on middle. When will he learn? It was a different one this time though, it was up top. He tried to mix it up, but Hidan, the mastermind there, he has Kyler's number. Ips is gonna shoot that sticky off the door, move it in for free. He's calling and it's clear. Merlin's coming in to help, and Sam is up top. Well, D-Gun's just arrived though in the respawn, and he's going to be the threat here. He's going to be looking for the force. He's coming in onto Merlin. Merlin sees it, drops off the crate without taking any damage, but he's into the weighted arms of Nico. He pops off, fears that mate shot, pops on 80 and flashes his team to get 3 frags for it though, so that is definitely good Uber economy. They're going to be able to push fast here and put big pressure onto the Eshock combo. It's Hidan, Bod and Izzy defensive on that right hand side. They're going to be paranoid about the stickies, and they should be because they're on tires there as they come through. They're looking for them, but this hesitancy is allowing Izzy to get his charge up.
Their entire team's been stacked bottom left this whole time. The garage side has not been watched by anything. I mean, I've just checked there, there's a scout coming through, but not a whole lot else as they do pop off Uber. But that was a really risky situation. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, you were right, man. But it seemed like Übersexuals didn't take advantage of that opportunity to flank, and they find themselves 3 down. War went down to that Uber. He was the farthest forward, but then Rising and Kyler getting caught, not falling back in time. I mean, it seemed like they were in 2 minds as to what to do. Now they're going to lose middle as a result of that. Didn't keep their players up. War's back in the field, but not much he can do here. Merlin and Ips are coming in. I'd tell a lie. Uber being popped off. I'm not paying attention. And Ips finds no frag. He's got Nico down to 2 health. D-Gun on 60. Geroso is just juking around here in no man's land. Someone going to make out to the choke point. Rising's trying to be the guy to clean up all the frags here. Izzy stayed in too long. Vod outstayed his welcome as well. And I am surprised by that, but Eshock just threw that one away. That wasn't the best Uber from Übersexuals, but they just gave it to them on a plate, kaidus.
No, that was really nice play by Geroso. Like, Hidan goes down to Carlo if gets caught out. I know that feeling all too well. But yeah, they're going to push us last, and this is going to be easy round, so I'm just going to talk about what I saw back on mid. I mean, Geroso doing such nice work, like juking like 3 or 4 players, all focusing him, surfing to the kit, taking the kit, getting back to his combo. I mean, his combo could have come in and crushed main call, to be honest. Like, there was so much attention on one player. And, I mean, after the Uber, the health was still okay, but I don't know, they just stayed in, like, of all the places to stay, that was the wrong one. Either you go back and play it safe, or you go forward and commit, but staying in that corner, it was just about the worst thing they could have done, as they now learned.
Yeah, absolutely, man. They just needed to make a decision, do something. But we're going to go to the 8th middle here, both them, man. Actually, War's dropped down to the floor here. Hidan coming in up top. War's pretty weak right now, but it's not going to back out into the corner. Catches a roller, though, just as the kit was about to spawn. But meanwhile, 2 frags coming in against Eshock, Nico, and D-Gun down now. Bombing from Rising is going to knock Izzy off the crate. And the Sharks are circling round underneath. Samsey and Kaida are going to come in with 3 frags between them. And that was just decimation there. Hidan is still alive, 70 health as he jumps back on that stick. He's going to be able to make it to the kit, no problem. But Übersexuals just quite happy to cap the point here and keep it a foursome as they move forward through on the left-hand side. We're going to find Nico. 2 shots in the clear. That kid is a beast!
That kid is actually quite incredible at times. I mean, you kind of have to question going for the scout, like hiding around the corner and going for the scout as soon as you see him. I had the invisible scout, so I don't know, maybe the scout saw him, so he just went with what he could, but pretty incredible, like, the aim on this guy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I suppose if you can just 3-shot anyone, why not kill the medic, but they're going to be moving in through the sticky trap set on the Hidan. It's on tires, but Ips with the rocket onto the ground is going to dislodge them. They're going to pop anyway. Merlin not looking too comfortable here. Ips jumps up top, but realizes like they haven't done much damage. There's not much point in chasing. They're going to be happy just to trade Uber for territorial control here. Hidan's poking though. He wants to do damage here. He's padding those stats, but no frags will be found. Both teams sitting here with 6 players up, but it's a big Uber advantage for the French. ESHOK ESPORT now ready to push, but what do Übersexuals have up their sleeves? It's 2 soldiers going on the back cap here, Rising and Ips gonna focus down that last scout. The arrow from Izzy comes all the way across there to kill Ips. Rising will survive and he will cap.
I assume that was a nice. I didn't see it. I assume that was a nice synced up play actually from Ips and Rising to both go from top. I presume. I mean, I had eyes on lower, so I'm kind of assuming they went top. I'm not sure if they overpowered a soldier up there, or if they got in unseen. If they got in unseen, that's a big blow for ESHOK. But we'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say they overpowered someone.
Yeah, they killed off D-Gun.
That's a nice play then. War again on the floor. He's kind of learnt the scout likes to come from between those crates and pre-firing there, but no scout this time. He's learned his lesson after the last mid. First frag coming in for Hidan again onto War. It looks like another random bit of spam finishing off War. Hidan really nailing these like long-range spam on this mid. ESHOK all backed up in their corner, their favourite position on this map it seems, retaking the crates as Droso taking the attention from main call.
He had the opportunity to kill Merlin, but many people have tried and many have failed. Droso is going to join that long list. Merlin survives with minimal damage. But now Samsey's gone down. Bod's in here, contested Ips. Air shots traded there. That was a direct on the bod anyway. He's going to survive with 40, whipping out that escape plan. He will tuck tail and regroup with Izzy, but actually no real Uber differential here. Both medics with full charge. Izzy's been healing for a while. They're back on 2. And we're going to see the force coming out from Ips. He goes ahead there. Izzy buys the bait, pops the charge, and Übersexuals is sitting here on middle. And they have plenty of options. Looks like they want to take the aggressive on. They're encouraging War and Kyler forward here. Merlin hasn't popped yet though, but now he's going to, when they're confirming kills, Droso's trap and get out. Bod's going to jump forward. War wants the medic frag here, but Izzy isn't even close to getting charged again. He's going to get him. Actually, Merlin
gets it. There's another one going on there with another one taking up. Oh wait, no, it was. Wait, what? I don't even know what I just saw. I'm not going to try and understand.
Merlin with the 2K, he kills off the Devil Man as well. But right now, D-Gun with that black box is just making a mess on CP4. Kills off 4 players there. Merlin goes down. What's happening in the chat?
Don't do that, War. You are shit. Izzy 57. Very rude.
Just a bit of competitive banter here. Maximum respect from these two teams. Drosu moves forward, puts a little bit of time on the point, but backs off because he realizes those spawns are coming in. Hedan's got a sticky trap up top to try to bait. He does that though. Rising takes the brunt of that, but he survives. And Merlin on 20 health. Somehow there's a sniper and a spy on the field. Who will we watch?
Kyler's on last. He's on the top pipe. You can see the whole combo. He can go for the cap here if he wants. He's hiding at the moment. I think he's going to try and sync it up. I think he's telling his team he's going to get on the point because the entire team for Eshock is really far forward. He's delaying. He's going for it now. It should get it unless a headshot hits, but the soldier's coming back just in time. But our main call ready for it. I was watching the spy there. I felt like they were going to sync something up and have the combo pressure as he went for the cap, but it seemed like just a solo play there from Kyler in the end.
Oh, single Uber coming in here from Hedan and Izzy. They've traded. Ips is looking for players to kill here. He's trying to move around to the flank and he's going to find one. D-Gun goes down, bots up top on Lunchbox, but their flank has been compromised. Nico's behind. Ips is going forward. He's on to Izzy. 5 health. Izzy survives. And Ips must be furious.
Oh, he just couldn't choose his target. He got both the medic and the demo with separate rockets down to really weak health. I think he might have thought he got one of them and moved on to the next, but ends up getting none of them. Another situation where Ips gets 2 players into red and finishes off none of them. We've seen it a few times this game.
He's looking for somebody there to follow up on him. Like, where's his scout? Just that guy to do that last bit of chip. But Übersexuals are going to stay in here. Ips is back on the field, but look at them. They're all stuck in the corner here. Pretty horrible position to be in, and Ward's going to be the guy left hanging again. He's down, and that's going to be a weight off Eshock's mind as they just walk straight in the yard here. No fear of sticky traps on this, the chokiest of maps. And they're going to might be able to isolate Rising here. He's in the garage. He senses something is up. He's hearing that roller door open. He sees them. Does he see? Is he walk underneath? What's his play here? Rising's waiting and waiting. Now the Uber comes in from Ips. There's some great coordination going on here. Rising deciding not to die. And they managed to keep 6 up.
He drops down and focuses Merlin.
Oh, Nico's behind. It's Nico versus Sam. It's going to hit him with the body shot there. But I mean, Rising's decision not to drop down must have been because Ips was coming in with the charge, is what I was trying to get at, right?
Yeah. It was a good as a player with potential, but as it happened, he just lost his bearings a little bit at the crucial moment.
Merlin's going down through all that madness. Him and War were in deep, and now the Frenchies are going to commit hard here, but it's only a 3-on-3 because 2 of the players have just spawned, but there's a lot of time being put on the point by Body. Will get focused down by the respawn and War. Who lands a big pipe onto Nico there, launches him up, and Ips is respawned on Scout here to cover the distance to the point. Now it's all on Merlin. 22 on that soldier, but he can't get the saw, and the black box is just sucking the life out of him there, and Eshock going to be able to take another round here. It's
1 minute.
5-4 here.
1 minute and 20
left.
seconds.
Oh, baby.
So much tension. I think in honor of the occasion, you should take this mid, just to make sure it has the maximum enjoyability.
Yeah. Sure thing, boss. Edan's going to roll out lure. War's up top. Edan's focused on all the stickies on that med pack, really trying to deny that health. D-Gun's coming behind onto Merlin, jumps up through the random, gets that medic pick. But meanwhile, 3-4 down for Eshock. Drosu and Izzy, the last alive. Izzy on 5 health, will not escape the shotgun of Ips. Drosu now with a chance to go huge here and pick up a 3k, but he's going for the guy with the most health. Ips is just going to crush him, and just in winning that middle, it seems like Übersexuals have secured themselves granary. 25 seconds left on the clock. They maybe want to get another round here, but that's just a paper exercise at this point, kaidus.
Yeah, not to spoil the hype, but I think even if Droso had somehow got a 3k and capped mid, we would be looking at about 15 seconds left on the clock by the time he managed it, and no potential to take the round. But all the same, like a really promising a show from Eshock, to be honest. I mean, I didn't get any impressions of what we feared may happen, maybe some throws or something like this. It was a nice close game. I felt like everyone was giving their best. Main call getting a bit flustered midway through, and then managing to pull it back in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is definitely what happened from my perspective too. I don't think this whole joke about main call being, or Übersexuals being willing to throw the game to give themselves a better draw in the playoffs, or to put the Swedes down, to put out the rollerbladers. It's all just talk, man. It's all just hype. I'm gonna look at the logs though, Kaidus. Are you with me?
Be with you briefly.
Ipsy's gonna top damage there. 314, 10k damage, 33 frags. War not really putting out the damage. Didn't do so well in terms of his kill to death ratio there. Died quite a lot. But maybe that was part of the plan. I don't know. Looking at the roamer stats as well. Rising, edging out D-Gun there. Although D-Gun did have some important moments. He died a lot. 14 to 27 kills to deaths there. But Rising favoring to stay alive and get a few more frags edged out. I'm going to take a look at kills and assists per death. And Sam is up there playing a pretty effective cleanup role. 25 frags, 10 assists, 16 deaths. What stands out for you, Kaidus?
I think War stats are the most interesting, not just because they're probably lower than you'd expect from War to put out, but I mean it kind of sums up the game in a way for main core. I mean, you saw a lot of pushes from them where they just took it really clean, like focus fire, good coordination, and just won the fight nice and clean. And you saw these others where, I don't know, quite unexpectedly, it just kind of everything went wrong. And it was kind of the story of the middles, like we saw in some mids where War was just able to go on the point and dominate the space, spam like everything he had without taking a hint of damage, and other mids where he just got caught behind the crates and died to spam and these sorts of things.
Oh, I mean, dude. I'd just like to say, Ips, 16 air shots.
Oh, baby, that is quite the number. That is quite
Rising on 11, D-Gun on 11, Bot on 9.
It's interesting because I don't remember seeing any air shots, but apparently there was quite a lot of them. Maybe I just wasn't looking in the right places. I was always watching the demos when they were fighting around the crates. Not where all the action was at, though.
Eshock have demonstrated that they're capable of taking mids and, winning other points too. It was 6-4 in favor of Übersexuals in terms of those mid fights. Obviously, the map ended 5-4, and we are going to jump ahead now to our second map. We've just